national advocacy group says Veterans Affairs is using flawed data to make its decisions. I'm Nadia Stewart, and I'll tell you who's raising concerns tonight on Here and Now.
Welcome back to Here and Now. A group that speaks out for veterans is sounding the alarm ahead of the March 29th federal budget. The group says a flawed survey of veterans could be used to make budget cuts. Here and Now's Nadia Stewart sets up the story.
And the survey was done in 2010 with just over 1,400 veterans. It focuses on veterans' health and well-being and how satisfied they are with the services being offered by Veterans Affairs. But the advocacy group Our Duty says the way the survey was done is problematic. It says the survey is way too long, that not enough veterans were surveyed, and that it does not paint an accurate picture of how veterans feel they're being treated by the federal government.
It's presenting that 80% of veterans are satisfied with the services. That doesn't match with my personal experience speaking with veterans. It doesn't match with any of the comments that have appeared on news stories online. It doesn't match with any of the public rallies or protests or anything at all.
Martland isn't the only one with concerns about Veterans Affairs. I'll tell you who else is speaking out in about 30 minutes on Here and Now. I'm Nadia Stewart in St. John's.
A group that advocates for veterans says a federal survey could be used against them. Our Duty says the survey was flawed and the results could lead to some bad decisions. Here and Now's Nadia Stewart explains.
That alone should indicate that there's a problem with the survey.
Advocating for veterans is Jeff Rose-Martland's life's work. It's why he's sounding the alarm about a 2010 Veterans Affairs survey. Of the hundreds of thousands of veterans in the country, a small fraction, 1,400, were surveyed. Based on that survey, Veterans Affairs says 80% of its clients are satisfied with the department's programs and services.
The survey can't be an accurate measure of satisfaction amongst VAC clients.
Martland says the survey breaks the rules. He says it doesn't follow national guidelines for public telephone surveys because everyone's opinion isn't being considered.
In that it doesn't measure non-responders. It doesn't indicate what impact non-responders have on the data. Because of that, there's no way that the data can be accurate.
On top of that, he says the survey was done during a time when vets young and old were protesting across the country, upset about the way their claims were being handled by the government. He says that alone should raise doubts about the 80% satisfaction rate. And now he's worried this survey will be used by the department to make decisions ahead of looming budget cuts.
This survey is completely useless in terms of measuring any of the service quality for Veterans Affairs. So making decisions on the basis of this survey is going to be very, very unsafe.
And Martland isn't the only one sounding the alarm.
And we have thousands upon thousands upon thousands of veterans in the country who are denied on a yearly basis. Why aren't they surveyed and asked them how they feel about programs and services by DVA?
Now, this issue will be on the agenda tonight. Stauffer says a motion will be introduced in the House calling for all party support to make sure there are no cuts to Veterans Affairs. Nadia Stewart, CBC News, St. John's.